Well. If it isn't chat, welcome back to another episode. Oh shit, Vic already in here. What is up? What is up, my guy? Welcome back to another episode of Because of Fergie. I am one of your hosts, Miles. Not Six Pack Jarrell is doing something.
Why would you not tell him we're trying to get water?
Apparently, he has been trying to get water for the past like 3-4 minutes. Why are you trying to be the scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz? I'm not. I'm trying to hide my big ass forehead, and it's working.
Who started the show off rip like this?
I'll give you 3 guesses.
It's either Walker or Gray.
No.
Oh, Yo, Vic, what's poppin', baby?
Yo, Vic, thank you for supporting the great content.
Hello, everybody. What's up, Paige? What's up, Alpha Joker? What's poppin', everybody?
What is up? Yeah, everyone's booing you. I mean, everyone being Alpha Joker. You know,
why am I getting booed? I
don't have my AC on, and I'm about to get toasted.
I need my electrolytes.
There's no electrolytes in water, dog.
There isn't salt lime water.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. That explains.
I really did call you Scarecrow. I was gonna say you look like old boy from Mask of Majora, the little niggas that be in the forest.
Skull Kid.
Yeah, there we go. Scarecrow's pretty funny. But hey, everybody! Hey, welcome to another episode of Because of Fergie. We missed you guys. If you guys weren't here last week, you missed a treat with our wonderful Dajanique. She came through and told us that we ain't shit in a lot of different ways. That was fun.
What is up, Savannah? It's been a while. How you been?
Hey, Savannah, how are you?
She just had a birthday.
I was just gonna say happy belated.
Happy belated for sure.
Also, yeah, let me throw some birthday shout outs here. First of all, happy belated birthday to my best friend, Callie Havener. Love you. Hope you had a great birthday. I know you did. Also, happy birthday to Martia. Happy birthday to you. You know what I'm saying? Savannah, happy belated. Hope you had a great birthday with the babies.
We missed you too.
What up, Chris? How's everybody doing? How's your week been, man?
It's been a solid week, honestly.
Yeah, you've been having fun getting your friends killed? You've been enjoying that?
I didn't get my friends killed.
Oh, you didn't? You didn't give your friend terrible advice on how to stop a ghost attack, which led to his early demise because he.
I actually gave my friend like a full ass video that showed him how to do stuff and what to do, and he just chose not to watch it. So,
let's say you did do that. Did you do it the day that I died?
Yeah.
You didn't. You did that the day after. Why are you lying in front of all of these people?
I promise you, I put the video up and said, "This is how you play."
Hello, Khadija. I'm sorry you had to come in here to a liar.
It's all right. You lied to me today, so.
But, you know, other than being lied to by my friends, I'm having a fantastic week, you know? Got my second computer up. That's honestly what was taking me so damn long. I'm starting to realize that the Mac it's run its course, man. I gotta figure this out.
Yeah, that gotta be let go.
Here's the problem. I want to get everything set up, but I don't want to put the camera on top of my TV and then show the rest of my place that way. I really do need to get a monitor just to keep it like this.
Green screen, dog.
I don't do all that. That's so much work. I feel like it's a lot of work. Plus, I'm gonna end up sitting in my comfy chair, and we're gonna get a completely different vibe of the show. Like this feels more like a setup.
Yeah, I mean, I have like a fucking ring light. You moved
a
while ago.
Yeah, I moved a little bit ago into a not crack place. It's very nice. You know, it's still a lot going on for whatever reason. Now, you say what?
I was about to say you're not crack adjacent anymore.
I'm not. Yeah,
you weren't crack adjacent then. You were literally crack parallel.
I don't think I was crack parallel. It wasn't.
There was crackheads in your building. I'm pretty
sure there were people,
and they hung out outside your building.
It was not a good time, but you know, we moved up. We got our shit together. You know, we kept it pushing. Wild shit do be happening here. Miles was a witness to a crazy lady one time. That was interesting. But what can you do? Bro, she did that for 2 hours. I can't get over that. Also, apparently there was somebody, Dr. D told me that there was somebody dancing in the hallways, and I didn't know anything about that. So that was news to me too. Thank you so much.
I promise you, while you were just talking during all of that, only thing that was happening in my head was Beyonce, "Baby, it's you." No,
I'm happy.
That's it.
It's a fire song. Everybody, hey, if you guys have a favorite Beyonce song, go ahead and let us know what that is. Hey,
London bitches. Hey,
I'm so happy to see you. It's one of my high school friends. Hope you are good. Hope you and the babies are doing okay. Happy that you came through for the show. Hope you enjoy yourself.
we're about to put this up because I want to know.
You said what?
I said we're about to put this up because I want to know.
What's it called? Yeah. What's everybody's favorite Beyonce song? I'm not gonna say that that Halo should be everybody's answer because it's the best, but you know, it is what it is. No problem. Thanks for coming. Hope you enjoy it. All right. So what do you want to jump into after we figure out? Partition is up there. Partition is a fire one. I'm not gonna lie. Here's the thing about Partition though. It's dope. The song is dope, but the fact that I know she's talking about fucking Jay-Z is very like, this is a lot. You know what? Not included. I said go ahead and put Destiny Child in there because without her, there is no Destiny Child. So fair.
I can make this better. I can make this better, faster, stronger.
Go ahead, man. Do it. Reinstatement, fire. Cover of Amy's. She did a cover of Amy's Winehouse's Back to Black. Oh well.
Boom! There we go. Question of the day.
I have homework to do.
Yeah, I've been listening to Beyonce for a while now today, and I'm just like, it put me in such a good mood because it was like it wasn't just Beyonce; it was like a Beyonce radio. So I had a mix of like a bunch of shit.
Over in a sample, I realized last year. Okay, I gotta go check that out. I gotta put a lot more on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So, go ahead.
What is Love on Top? I don't know. I just love that song. It's a good. It makes me feel good.
Listen, mine's is Halo because there's no way you can listen to that song and not be like feel love. You feel me?
Exactly. That's how I feel about. That's how I feel about Love on Top. Like, finally, she puts my love on top. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What do you want to get into first today, man? We can talk about the Kanye thing if you want to.
I don't know what you mean by the Kanye thing, so you're gonna have to inform me.
You didn't?
You didn't tell me about the Kanye thing at all.
The Kanye thing is, what was it? Yesterday or 2 days ago, he had a live fashion show in Paris, and he came out, him and Lauryn Hill's daughter came out in shirts that said White Lives Matter. So there's that. Yeah.
So remember,
go ahead.
Remember when I asked you? I've asked you this multiple times.
Yes.
Because you love Kanye West. I told you I don't really like him.
Let me reiterate. I love the music of Kanye West, and I love the older messages of Kanye West.
When I said that, you was like, you don't love the old messages of Kanye West. I'm like, I loved old Kanye. New Kanye, I don't really fuck with it. You vilified me.
Old Kanye.
No. You vilified me for saying that.
What up, Dr. Neat?
Oh, and then I asked you at the time. I said, when is it too far? When do you stop fucking with him? Because you were still fucking with. You were fucking with Kanye heavy last year. I can go pull up proof.
Yes, very true. I'm not saying that I wasn't.
I ask again.
I also condemned him for his bad actions. Can we also put that out there for me? When he was harassing Kim, I said he needs to calm that shit the fuck down. That's not a good look. I really don't fuck with that. Did I not condemn him for the MAGA hat shit. It's not like I'm just overly looking his fuckery. I'm just like,
but like you accept his fuckery because you're like, I still fuck with Kanye, even though he's doing all this fuckery shit. And I'm just like, when is enough enough? Like, when is the thing that you're like, oh, I can no longer fuck with him? Is this it? Are you like, is this it? Can you still fuck with him?
It's very hard to say yes. But like, I'm looking at the people who I don't fuck with at all. Like, R. Kelly is completely out of my like list of life. And when I'm looking at Kanye, I'm like, well, what R. Kelly did is so far and beyond versus a dude that has a viewpoint that I don't necessarily fuck with, that I do think is a ploy for attention. So is that enough to make me stop listening to his music? I can't say yes or no at this moment. I will say this though. First of all, I don't think his music as of late has been good enough to justify his antics that he's having. So there's that. I also don't think that
Lauryn Hill's daughter is now unclaimed.
Somebody said that's why Lauren was singing about Zion and not her, and that made me laugh hysterically. I actually had tears falling out my face. But yeah, as a almost 30-year-old man, dude, it's very hard for me to say that I have the same love for that dude as I did when I was 12, 15, 16, 20, 25. You feel me? Like, it's very hard for me to look him in the face with the same respect. But again, I also have to give some type of reverence to him for the message of, look, no matter who you are, if you fuck with you, then fuck what anybody else has to say. Something that I very much live by. And then also looking at how much his music has meant to me growing up. So it's weird now. Like, if I saw him in the street now, I don't think I would like want to talk to him, but I would offer a thank you of saying like, hey, back in the day, your music did like really resonate with me, and I appreciate that. But it's real hard to look at this nigga in the face now because I know what you're doing. You're race baiting for attention. This shit is wild. But who's gonna tell you anything? What can you do?
I can't prove
this to a billionaire.
I can't prove this, but I really think if this was anyone else doing this, you would have fucking condemned them to the moon.
Who?
Almost anyone else.
Ooh.
Someone you don't care about.
It wasn't
or just been okay with.
Straw Hut. Oh my god. Why can't people just say hi to you when they get on the show, bro?
Because they feel bad. They feel bad.
What's poppin', Walker? Donda wasn't that good. The feature on it were fire, and the fact, he cut that Andre 3000 verse. That was disgusting. You know what? To your point, I'll give you this, because the baby was another person that I thought was going to be like taking over the game, and his antics.
I'm fucking with him quickly.
But let me say this though, you never heard me say, let me listen to a baby album, bro. You've never, in all the albums I told you, all the music I told you, I never was like, hey, yo, put that the baby album on, ever, correct?
I mean, no, but you also never like, I don't think that's comparable because the baby was still brand new. He was still brand new and got condemned for less. Kanye West is doing the utmost. And people are like, but he's still Kanye. I don't like this, but he's still Kanye.
I'm gonna go hang out with this nigga today. I'm not really to. I'm just saying, like, damn, dog.
Because
like,
you still got Lil Baby.
Lil Baby has also been crazy, bro. He's been absolutely going apeshit.
I mean, there's our degrees and circumstances. I totally get it. Still listen to his music that you already got. Personally, wouldn't give him more money.
Right. Like if the option was to go to another Kanye concert, I probably wouldn't do it. A, because of the music, and B, because again, I would feel like I'm putting my money in the pocket of somebody that doesn't value my life as a black man, and that's problematic.
I feel like if a person doesn't value your life as a black man, you should stop fucking with him. Period.
Again, I agree.
You told me that you what was it? I can't remember the director. Dude that made Nightmare Before Christmas. I can't think of the director's name. Tim Burton. You said Tim Burton doesn't fuck with black people in his movies, so you stop fucking with him.
You're
And
very
he didn't
true.
even say anything bad about it. He just said, I didn't fuck with black people, or like, there's no point in having a black person in my movie.
No, he said, he said black people don't match his aesthetic, bro. And that's why they don't get to be in my movies. Completely different. But also, that was Tim Burton's stance from day one. Kanye's stance from day one, from when I really was rocking with him the heaviest, was black empowerment. Black people should be educating themselves, getting themselves up out of
Lifting up Chicago and everything.
Exactly. And on top of that, the music that he put out really resonated with me. I can look at anything through my teenage years and pick out a Kanye song that matched it or that I listened to at that time. You feel me? I can't do that with Tim Burton's movies. I didn't give a fuck about Nightmare Before Christmas. By the way, I want to say this one more time. Nightmare Before Christmas might be the most overrated fucking movie of all time. All right.
I mean, not of all time.
Rated ass shit, dog. It's all right, but
Fuck, I forgot what I was about to say.
Again, man, it's a different relationship.
Oh, no, I was about to say.
Look at again. I can say that same thing for R. Kelly to an extent, where there's certain parts of my life where I used to listen to his music and it really resonated with me. Maybe not him as a person or his message that he put out, but his music really resonated with me. But what he did, I felt was so egregious that I had to cut everything off.
Yeah, I was mad that I had to cut.
It was what he was doing.
Yeah, I got mad. I had to cut out R. Kelly because I used to like fuck with his songs. I'm like, oh yeah, I love some of his older songs. I can't think of what they are right now. But then like after that shit happened, I'm like, what? I gotta cut off R. Kelly.
Right. Let me tell you something, dog. 12 Play. But man, before that documentary came out, I could very much make an argument that 12 Play was the greatest R&B album of all existence. And then the bullshit came out, and then all of it was true. And I was like, well, fuck. Like, you feel me?
Don, are you behind on what's happening? Did you miss the statement that caused this stir?
Don, I miss you, bro. I know I say that every week, and I know I be trying to get up with you, and I get busy every week. But know that you are in my heart, bro. I be thinking about you, dog.
Kanye West started living a Kanye West song, and everyone just accepted it. He literally talked about it in Gold Digger. It was just like, hey, yo, when he get on, he gonna leave your ass for a white woman. And then he goes and does it. He's lying down.
Kim ain't white.
She ain't white. But she ain't white, but she also ain't far from the Caucasus Mountains.
She's Argentinian, correct? Is it? I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Remind me, and I wish those were some bangers. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I can't say it's wrong for you. I personally, like I said, I had to cut out everything, and I'm hurt because I love that 12 Play album. I think that 12 Play album is amazing, front to back. But I can't say it's wrong for you. That's something you got to bring up with yourself and deal with. If you don't fuck with it, you don't fuck with it. But man, like I said, it's a lot of people connected to those songs, and when somebody jumps out the window like that, you got to start making decisions. Like I said, I don't think I would go see a show of his. I wouldn't buy his clothes or anything like that. I wouldn't do anything to put money directly into his pocket. And like I said, as of late, his music hasn't been good enough to where I'm like, like I can't deal with it, man.
Kim K definitely got whitewashed. They don't even list her ethnicity on her like Wikipedia page.
Of course, she got people running that shit.
Yeah, she got whitewashed. So even if she wasn't, they signed her. They drafted her.
Right, I'm right with you, yo. Like I said, it's the only thing I think about it too is like I would never want no woman I love or care about to be anywhere near R. Kelly. So why would I promote his music like that? Kanye is like, man, it's a decision that a woman would have to make up on her own. Kanye always been him. He just got worse. He only date like 1 or 2 black women, so I'm not surprised. Well, when he was really going after it and late registration and everything, he was with his girl. Like he was gonna marry that girl he was with, and she was blackity black. She was right with the cause and everything. It's just like I said, he ended up messing with Kim, and he really resonated with Kim. They was cheating with each other and shit. So it is what it is. Kim is Argentinian white? Wait a minute.
No, Armenian
or Armenian. Excuse me.
Armenian is Middle Eastern. It's north of Iran.
So she's Middle Eastern. That's not white.
All right.
You had me thinking that she was like a subsidiary of like German of some shit. Like I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, I'm pretty sure both her parents aren't fucking Armenian, but you know.
I think her mother is. I don't know what her father was. Real quick, why didn't people give Michael Jackson the same energy they're giving R. Kelly? 2 reasons. I can give you 2 reasons why.
Michael Jackson wasn't approved.
Jackson is Michael fucking Jackson. And Michael Jackson, no matter if you never wanted to listen to another Michael Jackson song again, it will come up at some point. So you'll have to just deal with that. 2, it ended up being that the things that were against him were falsely accused. The kids grew up, and they all were like, Mike never did anything weird with us. It was just, you know what I'm saying? He had his own issues. Things he said in certain interviews were very sus. Like, I let kids play in my bed. That's not something you should say in the middle of a child molestation thing. But it all came out that people were pushing this agenda, nothing was true. So because of that, I think people still was like, all right, well, we'll deal with Mike. We'll deal with Mike. But there was a long period where it could have went either way, and where facts weren't all the way out, and people were not fucking with him.
Yeah, people stopped fucking with Mike at like during the time, like, oh, did he actually do it? There's some fucking proof there's not proof. There was some evidence that he might have did it, and people stopped fucking with him. With R. Kelly, there was the jokes, but then like people found out, oh, this is real.
I'll say this though. We all knew that R. Kelly was dealing with Aaliyah, and we knew that was fucked up because she was a child. We knew these things. Not me personally. I was born in 92. I wasn't really conscious of this. But as I got older and realized what the story was, they were just out in the open with each other, and people around them were just allowing this to happen. So that already off rip was creepy. Now then I became older and realized that he had the video of him peeing on the girl. And then that was a little bit weird too. But when the girl admitted, like, she was like, that's not me in the video. So why are we, it's like you're in court for a video of him saying that, or people saying that he's treating you bad, but you're like, that's not even me. And it wasn't, or it was. I don't know how hard to figure that part out. But yeah. But like I said, after the documentary came out and the cases came out, it was too much to not deny. It was too much to be like, all right, this nigga's wild.
Fam, having children over your house that are no relations to you is pretty wild. Having an amusement park for kids that aren't even yours at your house is pretty wild. Agreed. The amusement park was for him.
And yeah, he had, like, again, bro, that man had a different.
He didn't have a childhood. That was for him. He just also then used it for kids that wanted to meet him. And also he had a lot of, like, not Make-A-Wish. I don't know if it was Make-A-Wish stuff, but he had a lot of sick kids coming to his house. So he had an infirmary for them and everything like that. And he had stuff for them to do. So it is what it is on that front. It sounds weird, but Mike had no childhood. You want to make sure children had a good childhood. That was his reasoning. A lot of people that even come out to say that Mike did shit were proven to lie. So yeah, Dan Snyder needs to die in a fire. That nigga weird. Also dead. It's kind of different when they're dead, depending on what the estate's doing. Bottom line, everyone has their personal line of what they'll tolerate personally from their problematic fans or faves and what they'll accept other people. Back to my question. I do want, and like I do kind of want an answer a little bit. What? Or even if you don't know, are you still fucking with Kanye after this?
I don't. What do you? In what aspect are you asking me if I'm never going to listen to his music again? I'm definitely going to listen to his music again. I'm definitely gonna listen.
If he drops a new album, you're listening to it.
If he drops a new album, probably not. Honestly, I haven't listened to Donda 2 yet, so no. Like, you see what I'm saying? Before, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I would already listen to Donda 2. Probably already had it downloaded and everything. But now I'm like, I can miss it and everything like that. I told you I'm not going to no shows. I never was buying his clothes. His clothes look like shit. I don't know how that's fashion. His clothes look like dog shit. And it look like old towels, and I don't like it. But
they are dog shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
What did he do?
He wore a shirt that said "White Lives Matter," and he did it with Lauryn Hill's daughter. That's another thing too. I know very little about Lauryn Hill's daughter. Very, very, very little. But everybody knowing that your mother is Lauryn Hill and knowing how your mother feels about white people, especially, that's what is that? I don't know, man. I don't know how I would deal with that. How would you deal with that, Miles? Because you want kids. Your daughter go out wearing a White Lives Matter shirt.
Yo, we gonna have a talk.
What can you say though? What are you gonna say?
Look, I don't know. So, like, I did something wrong if my daughter is going out wearing a White Lives Matter shirt. I feel like I did something wrong, and I'm gonna have to reevaluate everything that happened in life.
You think so? You wouldn't just talk that up to her making her own life decisions?
I gave her the tools to make these life decisions. I instilled the lessons in her for these life decisions. Sure, there's outside influences and all this shit, and everyone thinks their own, but like, you're still kind of a product of your parent.
You think Jeffrey Dahmer's parents were his fault? I don't know the story of him. Maybe they did beat his ass or something that made him go.
I know Jeffrey Dahmer's dad was on some weird shit.
Okay, bad. But
a lot of these people, you like the psychology behind it. A lot of these people that are fucked up had really fucked up childhoods.
Yeah, but even going back to the Kanye thing, let's take Kanye's mother into view as much as we can. Again, we don't know that woman personally. We didn't know that woman personally, but the lessons that she put out into the world, her being very educated, very pro-black, very pro-Christian, these things aren't necessarily what Kanye is pushing forward now. So do you blame his mother for that? Like, that's wild to me. I think after a certain age, whatever you do is on you. You would take that to heart.
I mean, if I was, when you're a parent, you're probably still gonna think that it's like, oh shit, what the fuck did I do to get this outcome? Do I blame it on Kanye's mom? No, I blame it on, I don't know, Kanye. I don't know what's going on. It's from all the evidence that I saw, it looks like he needs to be on some meds, but also, like, I feel like the people in his corner aren't telling him shit.
That is very true. I do agree with that. What's poppin', Hot Shot? That is very true, but again, this all goes back to Kanye. Kanye has made it a staple. One thing that has been consistent about him is that you really can't tell him shit. If he feels a certain way or he feels like he's in the right, he's going to keep rolling with that thought process. You feel me? And now, again, him being so financially successful and him being able to put himself in those positions, I don't really think there's anybody that could tell him things if they wanted to. So it's all on him.
So that could be tied back to a parenthood. I'm not saying it's tied back to her. I'm saying it could be, because if, like, you grew up with the lesson of don't ever let somebody tell you anything. You do what you feel, blah, blah, and that's the lesson that got instilled in you without any insight of being like, but accept insight from your close friends or accept, like, blah, blah, blah. But he's just only ever heard, don't let nobody tell you shit. His mom, his parents, anyone he looked up to, don't let nobody tell you shit. He is now putting that out in the world, and he's not letting anyone tell him shit, but now he's doing all this wild shit.
Yeah, but in the same breath, he's also a very successful man. He's he's really an actual real life human billionaire.
Yeah,
so
I know.
If rolling with his own thoughts got him to that level of success, and he decided to keep rolling with that, that's on him. I can't necessarily say it's on. Like, think about all I don't know. Well,
just because you're rich, time out. Just because you're rich doesn't mean you can't be wrong and corrupt. I just want just.
No, I agree with that. But also, it's very. If I make $1 billion, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. If I make $1 billion, it's not that I'm not going to listen to anybody, but what you say is going to take very, very long to register in my head. It's very.
No one's gonna be able to tell you shit.
I don't think that. I think I still would rock with y'all enough to make me be like.
Let somebody tell you the opposite of what you think. You're going to look at them silly.
That's you telling me what I think. If you just giving me advice and we're having a conversation, that's a totally different thought process.
Say you're like thinking like, oh man, I think I want to buy this, or I think I want to do this, and somebody's in your corner like, hey yo, don't do that. Like this is a bad look.
Shut your
you gonna say
that.
That. You gonna
I'm
say
a billionaire.
That. It will be your close friends, and you will tell you. It'll be B, and you'll be like, "Shut up."
Whole lot of broke boy talking here.
Whole lot of broke boy. What happened to say yes to life, Miles? Why don't you say yes to these billions of dollars?
Right. Yeah.
Over.
I have $1 million. I'm putting it out that I'm 100% a kid. He didn't know he. I got you, Blue. I got you, Bluey. We got a hell of a lot of comments.
Yeah, I love you guys. It's
I love
really
how engaged you guys are today. Wouldn't Kim have told him shit, you think? I think Kim was playing two sides of it. I do think Kim Kardashian very much loved him and tried to have real conversations with him. I also think Kim was also working from the mindset of how is his antics going to hurt me financially or hurt my family financially. So again, man, Kim is also on some weird shit too.
To be fair, right now you would think about somebody being like, how is this person's antics going to hurt me financially? Even if like you're not even like famous or rich or anything, you still think about that. Like if you start talking to a crazy bitch, you're gonna be like, this woman is gonna fuck me up financially or fuck my family up. So her thinking that is not terrible. Her thinking it in terms of her show, like how can I get him to do these antics but not like so much so that it causes harm? That's where the problem is.
In the end, still look like I'm the one pushing for him to do the right thing. Yeah. Like I said, when you're dealing with the Kardashian family, it's a little bit weird. Just because, man, like after Ray J put out the thing where they were all signing contracts for him and her sex tape, including her mother, that's the thing that made me go, oh, they're operating at a completely different level of fuckery than I could even imagine at this point. So I can't say what Kim would be saying to him or telling him anything like that. I do think she would be looking out for herself and her family. Who stopped the meds? Who stopped the meds is funny and sad at the same time.
Who stopped the meds? Yo. I didn't eat dinner, so I've been over here snacking on almonds.
Let me tell you something. I got some chicken in the refrigerator, and I've definitely been thinking about if I'm gonna cook it or not. It is way past my eating hours, but I'm starving.
Almonds.
That's just
watermelon in the fruit.
But I think people that are around Kanye aren't thinking of his best interest because he seriously should seek a professional to make sure he is mentally well. Again, though, it goes back to the you can't tell me shit about Kanye. He said multiple times, even in albums, that he feels like his mental illness is his superpower. It's the thing that makes him himself. So even if there are people around him telling him the right thing to do, this all comes down to his decision in life. Now I will ask you to turn this shit into a mukbang. I will ask you, Miles. Would you going back to the looking at your parents thing? Would you be like some of the bad decisions you made in life? You would put that on your parents and everything like that?
So I want to say yes, but not like in the sense of like putting it on my parents, put it on my upbringing.
Okay, that's fair, but that still comes down to your parents. Well, your mother at least, yeah.
Well, I don't think that Kanye's mother, my mother, anyone's parents has done or didn't do what they thought was best.
Okay.
Well, some are just neglectful, but in the case of my mom, and I bet Kanye's mom, they thought, or they did what they thought was best.
Mm.
There's no written rule on how to parent, really. Everybody's different. Every child is different. Every parent is different. You have to figure out. It's just something you have to figure out. No one's fully prepared to be a parent. They get clues. They get like, oh, this worked for them, but it doesn't always work for somebody else.
Mm.
So, do I think some of the things that are like that I made mistakes, or some of the things I do now, is based on what my mom taught me or what I've learned from observation? Yes, completely.
Okay.
It's just what it is. I learned that it was bad, and then changed my behavior, but I still have some of the behaviors from it. So,
okay. To the parents in here, I know I got a bunch of them. And I asked you the same question, but from a parent's point of view, if your child is out here, or maybe not doing like outlandish stuff on a Kanye level, but if your child is out here making mistakes, do you then take that on yourself? Do you look at yourself that way?
I can probably say yeah, they do, because I know how many parents that will be like, oh man, I want to make sure my kid doesn't act up when we go out because I don't want that shit to reflect bad on me.
That's fair. That is fair. I'm looking at it right now. I would never put my mistakes on my parents' head. You feel me? I feel like I take that with all me. I don't know if that's, well, I do know my parents were great parents, are great parents. So any mistake or any misstep came from me learning how to navigate through life and me trying to figure out the right way, rather, because a lot of the time also, like, they were there for advice and everything like that, but again, I'm so headstrong now. I'm like, I'll figure it out myself, and I could have saved myself a lot of trouble if I did listen to them. So that's why I look at it a little bit different, of being like, you guys did what y'all were supposed to do. Y'all raised me. Y'all put me out in the world. You gave me as much knowledge and support as I possibly could. So me going out here and looking at things in a different way is on me.
Do you think you're headstrong? Like you got headstrong because of something you did, or do you think your parents kind of like taught you to be confident in yourself and to be who you are?
Both. My parents were kind of a mixture of both ends of extremes. My mother was very boisterous, and I keep saying word. They're at the house right now, big chilling. So my mom's very boisterous in the things that she feels and her emotions. She's very honest and doesn't really mince words with that shit. My dad is more of the reserved, look at it through all angles and then make a decision type. So I get both of them. But I think the thing with me is I eventually got to a point where I was just like, well, fuck it. I'm going to go figure this out on myself. And I would say my parents did instill the confidence in me to do those things.
It's funny.
So there's that. But again, I can't say the decisions I would make my father would make or my mother would make. I can't. They're all.
It's funny that you say that. Because you were just like, yeah, my mom is like this and my dad's like this, and I was just like, yeah, that makes sense because Jarrell, you're like that. And then I was like, well, yep, Jarrell, you're like that. You're a very honest, straightforward person like your mom, and like you will say what's on your mind, but at the same time, you are very quiet and reserved and don't like to share shit.
Because people be nosy, you know. Sometimes you gotta shut that up. You know, everybody got me in your shit all the time, okay? They're grown-ass adults. They ain't got nothing to do with me. And I feel that. That's my thing, too, bro. After you move out of your parents' house and they're not watching you all the time, anything you do in this world is really on you.
Yeah, it's still on you. 100%. It's still on you. You are an adult and you made the choice, but your thinking isn't not informed by how you were raised. parents would fix that even now. Never too old
For the
for
chocolate.
I've met your mom.
Now is ridiculous.
I've met your mom, and like just thinking of her just fucking whipping out the chocolate on you being like fucking 6 foot something, and her being short, hilarious.
It's not fun being an adult and your parents looking at you crazy and being like, "Let it go." I'll be like, "Oh my god, bro, I don't even live here. Like, go back to y'all house, bro."
Nigga, my mom was at my house the other day, and like I needed to take out my trash, but I just was doing something. She was just like, "Go take out the trash," and like I reverted back to being a kid because I was about to stop what I was doing to do it. Just, wait a minute, no, I'll take it out in a moment. It's my house. I pay the rent.
World.
And then she looked
when
at
your
me.
parents come over and you can tell them shit like that. They'll be like, "It's cold in here."
It's
like,
so great. It's so great. She was like, "I'm going home then."
Too much intimidation behind it, man. For real, for real.
Oh my god.
Do we want to get into anything else on the subject? You want to move forward?
No, I'm good. I already had given up on Kanye. Kanye doing this sadly doesn't surprise me. Like,
who's the most controversial person that you haven't given up on, and why? I don't know who you fuck with heavy. Like, I've never heard you.
Because I don't really fuck with heavy. Everyone's on the chopping block with me. Nigga.
That's real. No,
everyone can get it. Everyone can get the X because I don't have faith in them to be a good person. Because I'm not surprised when they're not. I'm just like, well.
Kanye is on some shit saying.
Personally, I think I would still fuck with the baby. If
really,
listen.
Okay.
I don't fully know what the baby did.
The first thing was when he said he was at his concert, or it was either his concert or Coachella.
And he said he doesn't fuck with people that suck dick, or like dudes that suck dick or some shit like that.
Not necessarily. He was like, he said if you're gay and you don't have AIDS or STDs and you ain't doing no nasty shit, you just fucking and taking care of yourself. Put your hands in the air, some shit like that. And that was the one where everybody was like, "Hey, nigga, what the fuck is you doing?" Now that wasn't the one that made me go, "What the fuck, bro?" Like that, it made me go, "What the fuck?" That ain't really something.
Yeah, that's all I know he said. That's all I know so far.
As of recently, though, you know what happened with Meg Thee Stallion, where she got shot in the foot by another rapper, Tory Lanez, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So what he did was make a song, or at least put out a song, talking about how he fucked her in the studio before she got shot in her foot. And that was the one that made me go, "Nigga, what? Why would you do this? What does this benefit you to do, bro? That's real weird behavior." So I was like, I already don't really listen to your music, and you being a little bit weird, bro. So I'm gonna leave you alone. Same with Tory Lanez too. And I like Tory Lanez rapping. I did not like Tory Lanez singing. I'll say that out loud. But I enjoyed Tory Lanez rapping. He rapped with like real confidence, real vigor. And for him to shoot a bitch in the foot and then punch a nigga in the face because he didn't say hi to him or at least dap him up and he felt disrespected, I was like, you're weird too, bro.
All right. Yeah, all right. I take that back. The baby can be cut off. I did like the baby. He was probably my favorite new rapper coming out. But yeah, I stopped listening to him. So, and then Tory Lanez, I promise you, his freestyle is still just fantastic to me, but also I don't really I never fucked with him in the first place, so I don't really feel bad about it. Tory Lanez shorter than a paragraph, bro. Got a slam dunk change to get on bus.
Slam dunk change is aggressive.
I don't like the
Vic. I know Vic asked if the Meg Thee Stallion thing was a lie or not. So there's parts that are a little bit shady. Her explanation of it, certain shit like why didn't she immediately press charges or go to the doctor? She was just like, I didn't want to see another black man get killed in front of me, especially after this stressful ass situation. I'll say this though, through actions of Tory Lane that he recorded, namely him punching the dog shit out of August Alsina because he didn't dap him up at a show or say what's up to him. That's where I was like, all right, this nigga is weird, bro. And to think that if he would punch August Alsina in the face, and August Alsina is about $150 wet. Megan Thee Stallion is a grown woman. Megan Thee Stallion is built. She fine as hell, but she built, and he can't handle her in a fist fight. She would wash his ass. So she would I see why he shot her.
He basically said "F you," and you probably didn't get shot. Then ran to Twitter like an innocent man who didn't do harm to her.
I'm saying, man, it was real weird behavior, though. Real weird behavior.
Also, shorter than a paragraph, dog.
Bro, I think that nigga's shorter than Kevin Hart though, and Kevin Hart's like 5'3".
And he's terminally ill. Fuck Meg. Tory ain't do shit. Oh.
You can, all right. Well, like I said, there's no legal thing that said he's guilty. But like I said, bro, it's a lot of things pointing to him also being weird, bro.
So to go back to your question of, is there anyone I really fuck with that I'm like, that's controversial? Not really. Not really. Everybody is cut on the chopping block. All times in my life.
That's very fair. Like I said, I can't.
I don't know. Especially if I don't know you. It's hard for me to fully care. And that's plain and simple. I used to be afraid of that because, like, people would be like, "Let a celebrity die." People would be all in tears, like, "Oh man, he's dead. I'm so sad. He was blah blah blah." I hear this news and I don't feel things for them because I'm like, they weren't in my life. They were a figment of my imagination for all I know.
But you wouldn't be sad that their art isn't around anymore? They wouldn't continue that? When Bill Williams died, I didn't cry, but I was very sad because his art was so good.
It would suck, but also I'm just like, they're just... For me, they're not real in the sense of they're not in my life.
Yeah, but they make the art that is a part of your life. Like how is like you
other
put
art will
emotions to these songs. You feel
other
me?
art will fill that spot for me.
Who the fuck is gonna fill the Michael Jackson void in your life? Who?
I personally have a few people that fill somewhat of a void.
I gotta hear this.
They don't fill it completely, but they like hit the spot. They hit that sense that I want. And if I really feel like I want to listen to Michael Jackson, I could just go listen to Michael Jackson.
I'm saying though, if you wanted to listen to some new Michael Jackson, it's never gonna happen again. It's going forever.
No, it's never gonna happen. But I don't.
So who is the thing that you use to be like, I want a Michael Jackson vibe?
I'll listen to Michael Jackson, and then I will let it either switch to. I don't even want to say because you're gonna talk shit.
You already fucked up. You're already fucked up. You already fucked up.
It's gonna go to two men. It's gonna go to two men that will give me a similar vibe to him, and that is either Bruno Mars or Justin Timberlake. Tory Lanez can choke on something, but I digress. But he's short, nigga.
Can we end the show? I don't really want to be here no more. I'm kind of done.
And that's fine.
Billy Ocean.
Billy Ocean's
what are we doing here? Bruno fucking Mars. More than anything, Justin Timberlake's the one that I'm really upset about, but that's on brand for you. Okay, I get that. That makes sense in the Miles world. But if Bruno Mars is your Michael Jackson like hit of juice, what are we fucking doing here?
It gives me a similar vibe.
Let me tell you why. Because he bit his style. Word for word, bar for bar.
You don't like him, so of course you don't.
No. When Pharrell and Michael Jackson were supposed to make an album together, right? Michael Jackson ended up not making that album. So what did Pharrell do with that album? He gave it to Justin Timberlake after he broke up with NSYNC. So his whole style from the start of his fucking career till right now is based off of Michael Jackson. That's not me saying hyperbole. That's what it is. You like
are you talking
you like a clone of the most successful pop star in the history of life that happens to be one of the wackest white men on the face of the fucking planet, who disrespected his sister, by the way. And you hold tight. That's another thing. You gonna roll with Justin Timberlake after he put that smear campaign out on Britney Spears too? And you gonna roll with him after the Janet Jackson thing when he let her take the heat? You ain't gonna say fuck him? Ooh.
All right, I guess Justin Timberlake is
Miles.
The table is turned. Wait, these are comparison artists to MJ. Them niggas ain't never told me a story. Them niggas didn't make me want to learn choreograph to their videos. We got Shut Up, JT's Rock Your Body, and MJ's Rock With You. Chris is agreeing with me.
I want to hear about how you justify him doing Janet Jackson the way he did her, getting her banned off of CBS, and still being okay with what's it called? Britney did not cheat on him, dog. That was all a smear campaign. It was all fabricated to make her look like a fucking villain, bro. So now that you have this information, because I'm pretty sure you didn't have it before, now you gotta make a decision. You gonna keep rocking with him?
I stopped listening to his new shit, but I'll listen to his old shit.
Miles Ross doesn't care about black women, y'all. Miles Ross is not a supporter of the African American woman.
All right, time out. We see Jarrell's reaction when I said the same thing that he said about Kanye. I said the exact same thing he said about Kanye, and you see his reaction. I all of a sudden don't support. I don't do X, Y, Z.
He's not a fan of the modern black woman.
Then Jarrell's not a wait. Janet Jackson cannot be considered a modern black woman.
What? Why? What do you? Her whole influence on what black women sing, dance, dress. What are we doing here? What are you talking about?
She's not a modern black woman. She is.
How is she not modern?
She's old.
That makes her not modern?
Do you know what modern means?
Fair, but if her style influenced what modern is, how is she not modern?
She influenced what modern is today? Yes. She is not modern herself.
I feel like we're picking hairs on.
Do we consider Britney Spears modern? Do we consider fucking?
Has Britney Spears been continuously making music? No.
All right,
Britney Spears was in a legal situation, so we can't really put that out there.
What's the last song Whitney? I mean, not Whitney.
Last song was like 03, bro. It's been a minute. Actually, no. Whatever the fuck the Smurfs movie is.
Is she an old-fashioned black woman? She's not an old-fashioned black woman. She's just a black woman
like
now.
Madonna, just
an older black woman.
Ooh, you know what? Don brings up a very good point because you can make the same argument for Madonna.
Exactly. That's the other white girl that I was gonna say. But yeah, she's not modern. She influenced modern, but she's not modern.
I think if you're the reason why modern things that are in now, especially women being so open with their sexuality, especially if you're the reason or part of the movement that brought that forward, I can't say that you're not modern. If she immediately went against that or condemned it, then I would be like, hey, but she's the reason why the world is.
Mary J. Blige right now is modern. Mary J. should be more modern than Janet Jackson based on your criteria.
My next question to you would be, what's the thing that Mary J. Blige did that pushed R&B music? Wow, I didn't expect us to go down this fucking road today.
No, we're not talking about nostalgia, but we got here.
Holy shit.
Wow. We got Yato saying no, Amy saying no.
Can you point to a time where Mary J. Blige was the it person for what music is for black women or for black people? Can you do
and unsubscribe.
I did not expect this. I did not expect this to go here, bro. We're not saying that she isn't classic. Listen, whoa, wait a minute. This is not me disrespecting Mary J. Blige. This is more of a conversation of is she modern? To which I say, what has she done to influence styles even at the peak of her?
Terrell's whole argument about Mary J. is, what has you done for me lately?
It's not what has she done for me lately. I'm asking you again, at the height of Mary J. Blige, what did she do to push Mary J. Push R&B forward? I would say Janet is hella modern, bro.
Janet cannot be modern.
She is the blueprint of what the world looks like, of what women are being right now. The blueprint. How is that not? If you are the reason why the world is the way it is right now, or at least one of the pieces that pushed it forward, how does that not make you modern? Like, that's insane. Mary J. Blige is classic. I'm gonna have to go with Amy's what Amy is saying. But my problem is this. It's not that I'm not saying Mary J. Blige isn't talented. I'm not talented. I'm not saying she's not an amazing artist. I'm not saying she's not legendary. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying, what can you point to right now in R&B music that made you go, this is what Mary J. Blige did for music? I can do that with Madonna. I can do that with Janet Jackson. I can do that with Beyonce. I can do that with Nicki Minaj. I cannot do that with Mary J. Blige.
I agree with your statements that she is the reason for all of those women. Everybody looked up to her. Even Beyonce looked up to her. And there raises my point. I would call Beyonce a modern woman, black woman. But I would not call the person Beyonce looked up to modern. In the terms of what the fucking word means, it's modern, meaning now. She has, like...
She's the reason why now is now, sir. That's the thing.
That's all artists are the reason why now is now.
You said
that
what?
Was her big moments. Like, all of her songs were in the 1990s.
Early 2000s too. Why are you tripping? What are you doing?
In early 2000s. That's over 20 years ago.
And her influence is still being felt today. Do you feel what I'm saying? Do you get it?
It's not modern anymore.
How so? What are you even the style, dog? You can very much go back, look at her music videos. You can look at her style. You can look at her how she was setting up for music. Everything that she did
right now. There's a lot of old heads on tour right now.
What music is? What are we doing?
Wouldn't call it.
Is she still on tour? Thank you so much, Dashnik. I forgot about that too. Is she still on tour?
A lot of old heads on tour.
Mary changed music to what it is today. Vic, tell me the thing. Tell me the thing that she did. Tell me, I'm dead ass. And I mean no disrespect.
No, I want to know, do you think Bobby Brown is modern? Because Bobby Brown is the reason why we have the R&B we have today. He is one of the reasons. Is he modern?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Oh,
because Bobby Brown was the blueprint for Chris Brown. And Chris Brown.
This hurts my head.
Do you think Boozy is modern? Boozy is not modern. Boozy is not modern. Boozy is not modern. However, Boozy is Boozy. That's why he gets to keep doing this. Is Wu-Tang modern? Yes. Wu-Tang's influence is still felt. If Wu-Tang wanted to come out with something, very much so. Bobby Brown, hey, you can, whether they say it or not, yes. Like, Bobby Brown is why male R&B music is the way it is now.
I just want you to understand the definition of modern is relating to the present or recent times, as opposed to remote past. Meaning, if it's in the present and not in the past, it is modern. If it is in the past, it's no longer modern.
Presently, do we both agree that Janet Jackson, the way her style, her music, her everything is what still relates to today, correct?
If Janet Jackson
She's still out
dropped
here
an
touring.
album, if
Right
Janet
now?
Jackson dropped an album right now,
Okay,
would you think that people in their 20s would care?
that's a loaded question, though.
Do you think people in their low 20s would care?
That's a very loaded question. If the music was hot, yes.
What percentage
That's a
of
loaded
people
question.
would care?
What percentage? Well, again, she would have everybody for sure. Everybody our age, and we're under her demographic, bro. By like 20 years, we're under her demographic. So what are we doing? But to say that 20-year-olds, would they get it? I don't fucking know. Well, first of all, like, would they listen to it if the music is hot? Yeah. That's why it's a loaded question. It all comes down to if the music is sick. If the music is sick, then yeah. If it meets the criteria, what people listen to now, then yeah, for sure.
People are gonna listen to it.
You think because she's old, she doesn't have any say so anymore? I think
I don't think that at all.
Wayne is 40 and he's still out here doing shit.
I wouldn't call him modern rap.
Who's modern than you then?
People that are hot right now, that are putting out albums right now, that's modern because it's right now.
Name them.
Fuck. Meg Thee Stallion's modern. Meg Thee Stallion's modern.
Meg Thee Stallion is literally birthed from the same canal that Janet Jackson.
I don't doubt that. They are very similar.
So but how is the style of a woman modern?
That's literally the
style and the content of a woman modern, but the woman that she's coming from not modern. Make that make sense. And it's not even so far back. We're not even saying like an Aretha Franklin far back. We're literally saying Janet Jackson. Dog. Like, what are we talking? You know what? You said Bruno Mars and Justin Timberlake, and that's when we should have switched topics. That was on me. I apologize, everybody.
It's not my fault. You don't know what modern means, and y'all want to say, "Oh, they're the same. They're the same, so they're modern." No, modern is styled after the old. Modern is styled after the old.
Thank you so much, Chris. Real quick though, did Vic answer that question? And this goes out to anybody right now. If y'all can point to something in R&B right now to where you say Mary J. Blige is the reason why music is the way it is, let me know personally. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I'm just saying it is what it is at that point. You know what I'm saying?
I would say
style can stretch back quite a ways. Yeah, look, I'm Chris. I'm with you, dog. I'm here with you. Miles is on some other shit, bro. Thank you. Miles is on some other shit today, man. I want to be with you. Like, I hear your point, but it's the same.
What you guys are saying is that Janet Jackson is the model for modern women, and I'm saying that is true. She is the model for modern women, but her herself is not modern. She is just the model for it. She is what they built on. If somebody is making a car and modeled it after a car from the 70s, we're not saying the car from the 70s is a modern car. We're saying it was modeled after it.
I hear everything you're saying, but Vic brought up a very good point. My fault. He said before Mary, where women would cry for men. Now you hear about women's strength. They talk about the pain that they went through in relationship. Mary told who he effed and how she moved and prosper. I have to now have a very serious thought in my head. I'm trying to do it quick so we can keep the show moving. However, you brought up a very good point, Vic. You brought up a very good point, bro. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and pin that because that's a very strong comment.
That's how the term modern works, but apparently I'm wrong. So, if it was modern once upon a time, it's still modern today.
You think Justin Timberlake is still modern?
No.
So like once you're like I don't know what not modern is anymore. Like there's still them people. They still are the ones that can get a follow and get shit popping. I don't know. And we still have this passion for Mary J. Blige and Janet Jackson despite the age gap. That shows you how an artist can be relevant, present across years and decades. Thank you. I think she's moved to this level of superstardom where it doesn't matter. Like she's pushed culture forward so heavy that it doesn't matter what her age is, or even if she put out an album recently or not. What she is and what she stands for is that's how we got here. And for that, she'll forever be modern.
I need to get onto Streamlabs and change that. All right, we still need to talk about. Look, I know you're still thinking about it, but we do need to talk about the nostalgia thing because
you want to get that cracker because I can't let this go. I can't think. Vic might be right, and I can't think of a point to disagree with him. So I'm gonna put a pin in it, Vic. I'm gonna say you're right for right now. That's a very good point you brought up. However, I'm gonna think of some names and I'm gonna come back at you.
We'll just have to agree to disagree with me and chat and everyone because
Say that again.
I agree to disagree
with everyone.
Everyone.
All right, Kanye.
First off, I have stated before on the show, and I'll state it again. I'll die on any hill. I'll die on any hill.
Why? Just you don't have to.
I'll die on any hill because
I get the rap for being the one that just be hard headed and not listen to nobody, but that's you. That's you. It's you. You be finding these wild ass causes and be like, "This is where I die right here." Like, nigga, just let it go, bro. Move forward. You hear the replies. Everyone's giving you a very conscious argument.
If everyone is wrong, I'm not going. If everyone is jumping off a cliff, it does not mean that I'm jumping off a cliff. Add this to the list on why you are single. Because I know what modern is. Sure, we'll add it to the list. I know what modern is, and most people don't. Two hard-headed niggas.
Yo, Chris is funny as hell. All right, man. We're gonna jump off that. We'll jump into the nostalgia topic.
He is a lyrical word genius.
Real quick, thank you guys so much, man. This has actually been a really good time. I didn't expect us to go down that road. None of that was where I thought that was going to be at, but we're here now. And
I started with Kanye, and now we're here. An hour later.
What's it called? So I was having a moment earlier this week. I got my other computer set up, ready to go, and I was playing some old GameCube games. And I was playing old Madden, and I was having fun, but it wasn't the same kind of fun that I once had. First of all, the game is hard as shit. I don't remember it being this hard.
I don't think it's hard at all.
Bro, so go play 06. Go download and play 06. And I promise you, and then play on all Madden also. I don't know what level you're playing on. I'm pretty sure it's not all Madden.
It's probably not all Madden.
I'm pretty sure it's not. But the corners can jump into the atmosphere and block shit. And it's throwing the ball is very frustrating. But I'm playing it, and I wasn't looking for the same feeling that I had when I was fucking 12 or 13 or however the fuck old I was playing it. But I was also realizing, like, wow, like, it's not the nostalgia of this, like, the nostalgia of it all kind of wore off and put me in a different mood than it normally did. Like, I'm still having fun, but it's not the same type of fun that I once had. At least the fun that I thought would kind of be around it. And I'm wondering, like, do you be having those moments? Or what, like, kind of triggers it? Or how do you go through?
So I know that first off, I want to just, this is going to be off topic, but I really wonder what you consider fun.
What do you mean?
Not in this, like, I want to know how you have fun, like what it looks like when you have fun for the most part, because like every time I see you playing a game, it's the most aggressive shit. And you'll be like, I'm having fun, but it's the most aggressive shit. Like, I don't look, y'all. Most of y'all have not heard Jarrell in a Gundam game. He loves this game. It's probably his favorite, if I'm not wrong. You know, God of War is probably your favorite. This is probably your favorite competitive.
I would say, currently that I'm playing, I would say Gundam is still my favorite game that I'm.
Okay, he is never happy. His happiness is internal. Externally, it's not happy. It's yelling. It's being mad. It's fucking sending messages about how people suck, and then him aggressively telling himself he doesn't have a mic talking to anybody, but he's just saying, "I'm better than everybody. Y'all are just terrible," and that's his fun. That's what he calls fun. And I noticed that today when I was talking to him and he was playing Madden, it was the exact same thing. Except this time he was saying he wasn't having fun because people can jump into the atmosphere when he was trying to do shit. He was like, I'm having fun, but I'm not having the fun that I remember. And I'm like, if I was just an outside source, it would just seem like you don't like this game and you're being forced to play it. So, like, when I have fun, I get lost in the thing, and I just, like, I'll either zone out or I'll just enjoy it. Like, this is, like, I'm having fun.
Okay.
There is a moment in my life where I think I have fun, but I have trapped fun. Where it's not as fun as it could be. I've had better feelings, but I'm enjoying what's happening, so I'm going to continue playing this, chasing the high of what I once had. It is straight addiction. For me, that game is League of Legends. I play that game and I hate every second of it, but I still play it because, like, when I think back to it, I'm like, that was enjoyable. I had a little bit of fun doing this, but really, it's just me chasing the high. Trapped fun is how I describe anxiety. I mean,
it's a very good definition, yo.
That is a very trapped fun. Oh.
That's a great way to put that.
I'd hate not being great too, but I am great. So, he's only here just. So, like, and this is another thing. Because, like, we've been playing Phasmophobia, Jarrell.
Yes.
And it's not a nostalgia game, so we'll only talk about it for a moment. But even in that game, you're constantly yelling at us and be like, hey, we need to do this, and then we need to get out. Hey, stop doing this. We need to get out. And it's like, it's a very, like, focused game for you, but you also laugh and shit because you're like, we're together laughing about shit and getting hemmed up. And I know you have fun with it, but at the same time, you're like, I'm not doing this shit. This is not okay. So, like, seeing you have fun is very interesting. I think everyone should see it.
I was just gonna say, like, for the show on Halloween, should we just ask? Because I feel like that would be a good time.
Maybe.
I feel like that would be fun.
We might.
I like competition. I find fun in competition. I don't like losing. I don't like things feeling unfair. I think that's where my anger comes from, because if I'm doing my job or if I'm doing the thing that I know I should be doing and other people are fucking this up for me, I'm going to be very boisterous about this. Because we're a team. We're supposed to be having a common goal. If you're fucking with my common goal, I got to figure this out, and I get pissed off. Phasmophobia is fun because I'm playing with my friends and we have a goal and we're trying to get this shit done. But my frustration comes in, I'm not gonna let y'all get me killed no more. Y'all ain't gonna get me fucked over. I'll be listening to y'all niggas and it got me killed. I'm not finna do that no more. I'm also not finna put myself in a position where y'all need me to do something that I'm not gonna do. If you want me to get chased by a ghost to take a picture, it's a terrible thing to put on me because I'm gonna leave every time. It's fuck you and everything you're about. So I don't really That like I don't want. That's why I'll be yelling about shit. I'll be like, I'm not gonna.
Oh,
I'm not gonna do this
I
with
would never play Call of Duty Zombies with Jarrell because we wouldn't be friends anymore. That's a game I couldn't play with Jarrell. I know that Jarrell's one of my best friends. I couldn't play it with Jarrell because I know what he would be like. If he got down for any reason, it is going to be my fault because I wasn't watching his back. I wasn't doing what I needed to do to watch his back, but I'm surviving. But if I get down, it's not because he wasn't watching my back. It was
be with you, bro. It was God's plan, my G.
It was God's plan, and that's what I'm saying.
No, listen. Oh, fucking job. I remember we got snowed in at Alpha Joker's place, right, for a good minute, for like a day and a half, and we were playing Black Ops 2, and the one with the bus. We were playing zombies with that shit, and I remember it was the one with the bus that went on different stops. I told everybody, listen, if you get left, you get left. But I'm not missing the bus. It's like when it first jumped out. And it was like that until we figured it out. Niggas would ask me to stay in certain areas. Not happening. Not going. I'm staying on the bus. I'm leaving. I got things to do, and y'all trying to get me clapped up. Not happening. So, yeah. It's a very real I'm not fucking around, man.
Yeah, and Splatoon, I turn into Jarrell in Splatoon a little bit, but not fully. And I say that because I'll yell at my teammates if I'm doing the best. And not because they're doing wrong. Yeah, well, because they're doing wrong. But because I know I'm not the greatest at Splatoon, I also use a low ink cover. Like, if y'all don't know what Splatoon, it's like slight paintball gunplay, but it's all about ink coverage, like coverage of the map. I use a weapon that doesn't have good ink coverage. So if I'm top of the charts in ink coverage with my shit weapon, y'all are fucking up, and now you get to talk. Now I have to talk to you. Y'all are fucking up. My job is to kill the enemy, not to cover the ground. If I'm covering the ground the best, y'all are fucking up. Back to nostalgia though, Jarrell. There is a game that I recently started playing again it was nostalgia based. Like, I wanted to hit a hit of nostalgia, and that was Dragon Age Origins. I remember that game was fantastic. I started playing that shit now, and I'm like, I can't fucking do shit. I keep fucking up. People keep dying. I'm struggling. I ended up cheating a little bit. I'm just like, yo, I remember this being like a fantastic experience where I was having fun doing all this thing. Like, I had like the best characters. I was like chatting up my team. I was interested. And now I'm playing it and it's completely different.
That's how I feel about this.
It is a great game. It's definitely a game you should play, Chris.
That's how I feel about Madden. I got a whole GameCube emulator. That's how I feel about Madden. That's how I feel about NBA Streets. That's how I feel about what else did I fucking get? Call of Duty Big Red 1. Big Red 1 is my favorite Call of Duty game too. Doesn't feel the same, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
You asked me about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 since it's coming out. Literally, that was the game that, like, one of the games that started me and Ernie's like deep friendship. Literally, all we would do is play that game together and just ruin people's days. And like, you asked me if I'm going to play it again. I'm like, it just won't be the same. I'm not the same person that I was when I went and played it the first time. It ain't going to be the same. Like, it's just, nothing's going to be the same there.
I would say, though, don't look for that, because that's where the disappointment comes in, and that's when you're going to want to put the game down. And the bigger overarching thing,
I'll argue that was all day.
Wait, what'd you say?
I was just reading Bluebee's argument.
The bigger overarching thing that I wanted to get to, and that was the bigger question too, is like, I feel that kind of way about Christmas, and I feel that kind of way about like Halloween, and I feel that kind of way about like Thanksgiving and shit. Like, I can't look for the same thing because I'm not in the same situation that I was, but those emotions aren't there the same anymore. So it like, do you feel like you're missing something? Like, I feel like I'm not missing something, but also I don't know. Like, I feel like I should be feeling a certain type of way for these events, and I'm not.
So, on some note, I fully feel you. And I have plans for certain things. So for me, Halloween used to be fun when I was a kid, and then I grew up to be when I was a teenager. Halloween wasn't like amazing. It was cool. You do some stuff. Halloween never was like a huge thing for me. It didn't become. I didn't notice how huge it was until college, when everyone was fucking dressing up and shit, and I was just like, "Wow, this is crazy." I personally don't really care that much about Halloween like that. My goal for Halloween is an old man goal. I want to dress up but hand out candy. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to be the person that I was excited to see when I was a kid. And that's like, you would go to like knock on a door or whatever, and like the person was dressed up being like, "Oh my god, you're in the," and like hand out candy. And that was an exciting feeling as a kid, and I want to give that to kids. But it's not the same anymore. As for Christmas,
like the adult in on the game too with everybody, but playing in a different way. I got you.
For Christmas, I love Christmas. Still to this day, I love Christmas more than anything. I listen to Christmas music. I do the whole 9 yards. But Christmas hasn't been the same for me personally since my family stopped celebrating Christmas, and I've been trying to chase that high for so long.
I feel like that's the dangerous game to do, is when you like try to chase the high, you lose that every time, dog, because you're not gonna get that same feeling back.
It doesn't help that I'm in Texas, because it don't even feel like Christmas when I'm down here. There's no snow, there's no light. I mean, like, there's some lights, but like it ain't reflecting off the snow. It ain't the same feel. Like Christmas night, like Christmas Eve, that night when all you got the Christmas tree lit up, there's snow outside, it's kind of chilly, you can pull out some
crack, man. It's
bro,
like crack, bro.
Nothing is better than those nights, dog.
Dude,
nothing.
I remember those moments of being like, dude, I physically cannot get to sleep because tomorrow I'm about to go fucking ape shit. And I know I don't get that way anymore, but I'm looking for the thing that's like it. I'm looking for the thing that's like that feeling shouldn't go away forever. It shouldn't always be gone, man.
Ice and potential death. Yeah, it's like I think I just don't. I think the missing ingredients is a child's innocence, and we need to sacrifice children. We need to sacrifice children to get that back. In a ritual.
Oh wow! Wait, what? I thought you were gonna say you need to have a kid.
No, sacrifice kids in a ritual that starts on Halloween.
I gotta reiterate, even though this is our show, we two different niggas, man. I don't. This is wild, bro.
Christmas Eve as a kid was probably the most exciting. Dog, nothing was better. You had birthdays and you didn't care. You could go to sleep on a birthday. Fucking going to sleep on Christmas Eve? Oh, no.
And it's the build up too. I think that's what it is. It's the build up, because
you put the tree down. Presents.
You put the tree down, you know what I'm saying? The first week of December, you see the lights and it's pretty. Then you see the presents get built up. You looking at them, you know what I'm saying? They get wrapped up. They under the tree. You got to walk past the motherfuckers every day. You be like, ooh, what's that big one in the back, man? Let me see what that's it doing. You know what I'm saying? Let me give it a shake. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, that sounds like some wild shit.
But not you were not supposed to touch the presents, but like as a kid, it was just like, let me see where it's at. Look how it looks. Be like, all right, I'm gonna set it back right there. Yeah. Oh, this one's heavy. And like, dog, what I really want, I might do it this year. Who knows?
What? Have a kid?
What? No. Oh. I want to make a Christmas list and be like, these are all the things I want. I'm going to give somebody money to buy like 5 things on this list or something, X many on this list. I don't know what ones they bought, but I give them money. It has to be someone I trust. And then they wrap and give them to me. And I'll put them on the tree and I won't touch them. But I just want that like excitement of like, yeah, let's see what I'm going to get. And I think that that'll help.
You know, you onto something, bro. I think I might. I'm probably not gonna do the shit you're doing. That's crazy. But I fuck with it. It's a good idea. I like what you're thinking. I'm not gonna do that shit, but
it might be fun though.
Like, yeah, man. It's the same for everything, dog. Like, I don't know. Maybe the festivities of it are forever gone, and I have to find that new thing that
I let my festivities fly. I do the Christmas music. I do like spooky. I've never been a big Halloween person, so I don't decorate or shit for Halloween. But like Thanksgiving, Christmas, I'm doing all of it. I want to cook. I want to do the fancy shit. I want Christmas music playing. I want Christmas movies. I love it all.
I love it. Bro, listen. Well, you know what? Yeah, I don't think I listen to Last Christmas all year round, but that is my favorite Christmas song. I think it's the best, also Christmas song of all time.
Gave you my heart. It's a fantastic song.
That man
George Michael really just like he was in pain. Christmas in Texas. We're gonna celebrate Christmas the weekend that I come up for the cabin. It's gonna be a Christmas weekend. That's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. We're gonna make sure
Christmas sweaters and hot cocoa. I'm with it.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
Christmas sweaters, hot cocoa, and adult beverages and eggnog and all that shit.
No, stop.
I'm having eggnog.
Why?
I'm having eggnog. Because I like good things, Jarrell. I like things that make me happy.
Listen, go in your refrigerator, take that jar of mayonnaise, put some water in it, and drink that. Just that's what you want.
Mayo isn't sweet.
Put some cinnamon in it and deal with that.
Why didn't y'all give him tamales and look? Because I didn't. No, I did have Latino friends. I don't know why they didn't. I was picky growing up, but anyways. So like, nostalgia's been very strange, and I think we keep looking through a lot of things with the rose-tinted glasses of things used to look better because our outlook in life was better. It was a simpler time.
What's poppin', Eric? Happy belated birthday, Brody. That was the other thing I was going to talk to you about too. Is like, with us knowing, like, seeing the world continue to grow and continue to move forward and everything like that, how do we stop ourselves from becoming the old niggas in the room? How do we stop ourselves from being the people?
You're asking me this because you always tell me I'm the old nigga in the room.
Right, but you know, we got a show to do. Otherwise, I'm being funny. But for real. Like I was listening to Charlemagne talk about the influences that other rappers had on rap music and everything like that. This isn't really going to be with music, but yeah, he was talking about the influences that he had, and he left Chief Keef on. I can also hear myself off your mic. He was talking about how Chief Keef really shouldn't count because his influence wasn't that big, to which people were like, what the fuck were you talking about? Chief Keef's major. He influenced the whole room of music, you feel me? And that's what I don't want to be, is to be the old nigga in the room who's missing out on the up and coming people and their accolades because I was so bent on listening to the people that I listen to. So how do you stop yourself from being that guy?
Never think of yourself as old. That's how my mom does it. My mom is in her 60s, and if you ever hung out with her, I
hope so.
You will see that she does not. She acts old, but also doesn't act old. She acts like a big child. Especially if you ever like try to get her to go out and do something like bowling or something like that, she will be there 100%. She gives it her all. And it's always funny to see because I'm also like, I also know that she goes to bed at 8 o'clock and wakes up at like 4, and I'm just like, Mom, you're old, but also you don't act old. And she's just like, yeah, I just don't feel like I don't see myself as old. I just do what I want to do. And I'm like, that's fair. That's
right. Even in that, right? Like, even with the doing what you want to do and everything like that, you also have to embrace the world that it's changing. So how do you stop yourself from being like, all right, well, this is the way that I've done it, this is the way that I like it, and not subject it, and like not allow yourself to be jaded by the past so much that you can't look forward or respect the things around you for what they are, because you're so locked in on what it used to be.
So I'm not a good I'm not a good answer for that because
this goes to YouTube chat because we all looking at 30 now at this point. Well, Walker.
Yeah, I do that with certain things, especially Miles' hair making him look like his new rap name is Lil Fergie. Oh my god. I do that with music for the most part. Like I don't like. You called me out on it, but I don't fuck with new music all that much. I listen to what I listen to, and then like if I don't really fuck with it, I don't fuck with it. But it's because it's not what I'm used to. It's not what I like really liked. Some things were, but some aren't. So like music, it's hard to say. I don't know. I just kind of accept what I am. But sometimes that makes me the old man in the room. And then how to stop that? I don't know how you stop that.
Are you content with it? I don't want to be the old nigga in the room ever, bro. I don't want to be the old nigga talking about, like, you ever be talking about, well, I know you don't be watching sports, man, but like you ever get like, I'll be getting into sports conversations with older people and they want to talk about some no-name running back from the 80s and how dope he was. I'm like, first of all, motherfucker, he's not in the Hall of Fame. Like, I gotta do so much research into getting to who you're speaking about, so I can't really connect with you there. But then to say how bad he is or how good he is in that aspect, and then dog somebody else currently,
I don't think you'll fully ever get to that point because, but then again, you might get to that point in some cases. Because you like to see the world the way it is. You don't see it, you rarely see it in rose-tinted glasses. You like to see the world the way it is, being like, all right, this is what's hot right now. This is like, how do I say this? You've never been stuck on anyone in sports that I know of, even though you do often bring up the Eagles winning way back in the day.
What do you mean, way back in the day? What are you talking about? Won championship 4 years ago. What are you talking about?
That I guess.
Wait, I'm sorry. What? Wait. Oh, listen. We doing the show, but I'll tear this bitch up. Don't act like shit sweet around here. All right, fuck all this. Fuck all the cameras and the mics and shit, bro. Be respectful, okay?
You know I don't know anything about sports, so like you can't even be mad.
Yeah, I would talk like that too if I was you. I would talk like you don't know nothing. You're talking real spicy, sir.
Y'all Eagle fans is fucking spicy for no reason.
Well, when you win something, you can be that way.
It was all right. I used to be an Eagles fan. Did you know that?
No, you didn't. No, you did not, bro. When?
I did.
Why are you lying to me right now? Are you serious?
Eagles used to be my team in one of the Maddens. I think it was Madden. When was Donovan McNabb the quarterback? 06.
You wasn't a fan, nigga. You picked him in a game.
That used to be my shit.
Name 2 other Eagles on that team right now.
Right now? No, I couldn't do that.
Name 2 other Eagles on that team and Madden that you picked. Name them. Go.
I used to really like their left end.
Name him.
Was it?
No, you wasn't a fan, bro. Why would you lie to me? Why would you lie? Just say you picked them in the game. I would be like, oh, okay, cool. You were just gonna say you a fan? You ain't know them niggas. You wasn't out here. Where was you? You know where I was when we lost that Super Bowl to punk ass Tom Brady? Heartbroken, nigga. You where I was when we lost to Tampa Bay in the playoffs? Heartbroken. The nigga came to school. The computer teacher.
I gotta do some trap fun night.
Why would you say these things to me, bro?
Wasn't all right. So Donovan McNabb, right. And I used to when I would run the ball, it was Westbrook.
Okay.
Am I right so far?
You should know, Mr. Fan.
The fuck? I don't remember this shit, dog. I don't.
Let me explain something to y'all, right? This is one of the backbones of me and his friendship right here. Because he'll say some shit to me, and I'll be like, I know you're bullshitting.
What? They had Brian Dawkins on their team, right?
Okay, that's fair.
He was the safety. I got 3. Donovan McNabb, Wes Brooks, and Brian Dawkins. Huh?
What's his name? What's
Brian
his first
Dawkins.
name? No. What's Westbrook's first name? He's not gonna count. I'm not gonna count him if you don't give me his first name.
Was it also Brian?
All right, fair enough. I'll give it to you.
Shit, I got it.
at the cusp of it, I'm disgusted with you right now because you.
I'm just. Hey, you
I
said
I would have lived with you saying I picked the Eagles when they were on the cover. I'm like, fine. To say you were a fan,
I picked 3. You said name 3, and I named 3. So
you did,
but
you weren't a fan. I know you weren't a fan.
I was a fan.
You were the nigga playing the game.
I was a fan to my extent, as much as a fan that I can be.
That's fair. Very fair. But anyway, yeah, man, it's just, I don't know. I don't have kids. I'm not planning to have kids. I'm going to continue to go through life. But the only thing that I know I'm going to have to do is like make new memories to get those like feelings of excitement back. But I don't want them to be gone forever. And I don't know how to bring them back in the same
traditions.
Maybe with the same.
Do you have traditions still?
Bro, do I do traditions?
Do you have traditions still? I
breathe every day. That's about it. So.
But like all right. So I think one of the big things that we got to look forward to these things because of traditions.
Okay.
Like we knew what to expect. Like, all right, there's some sort of surprise, but like we knew for Christmas we was getting presents. We had the tree up. It was all like it was in the atmosphere to do these things. We get older, we stop doing these traditions.
We losing the recipes.
Yeah, like we losing kind of the things that like.
You know, I gotta remind me to show you that clip after we leave the show, bro. Right. We losing the recipes.
Remind me that I still gotta argue with Blueby before he leaves.
What happened? What Blueby do?
He said that Inquisition was worse than Origins.
Was it? I wish I could join in on this conversation. I don't know.
Well, Origins is the weakest of the links, but not by much. I think Inquisition was better, and I think 2 was the best. 2 did everything the best. 1, it was all right, but 3 was fantastic in my opinion. So like, yeah, I'm trying. That's kind of what like my big goal is with whole starting a family is starting traditions. They cheat too much. They cheat all the time. Are we talking about Brady? No one likes Brady.
You don't?
You always 3 was easily the worst. I'd hop on that side. In on that side. 3 was not the worst. It was second.
How does it feel to come on your show every week and niggas gotta shoot at you?
Yell at me.
Every week,
3 was better than 1, but barely. 2 was still the best. 3 was better than 1, but barely. As a man replaying 1, it's just like there's some things that are just like, ugh.
Oh man, dude, I don't know. Bro, I can't get over the Justin Timberlake thing. I ain't gonna stop you, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, G. I don't think I'm ever gonna forgive you for that, yo.
That's fine. There's a lot of things you won't forgive me for. You won't forgive me for you watching 15 minutes of Fired Up.
It was a terrible movie. You're wasting my time. I'll never get those moments back.
At least one you can control your characters.
I would also ask you that. Whoa, wait. Did you say you're not gonna fuck with Justin Timberlake going forward?
Yeah, no.
You're done with him? All right, fair.
Yeah, I'm done.
That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
My man, that was a do is cheese. Or do is a cheat. What?
It's good that come on, man, explain to me that what tradition is, because tradition is cheating. Everybody trying to get away with it. Cheating in what aspect? You talking about football? I don't think Tom has been cheating recently. After they got in on his ass,
he definitely paid off. The Patriots paid off referees.
No, maybe, but it hasn't come out yet, so I can't say yes. I do think there's a couple of people that do need a couple of games that do need to be investigated, though. I agree with you on that one.
So for nostalgia, like beyond just the ones we're talking about, which have been holidays and like the video games, there's been movie nostalgia that's been coming back because they're rehashing everything. Have you seen the trailer for the new Mario movie? Super Mario movie?
It looks great. I do.
It looks fantastic.
I don't like that they didn't get the actual voice actor for Mario. I feel like that's kind of shitty. Like,
so yes, but also no. Yes, but also no, because we gotta remember the original voice actor for Mario is a very heavily stereotypical voice of an Italian person. So much so that it probably would have caused some backlash.
Okay, well, you know what? That's a very good point to bring up. It would be racially insensitive for him.
Very racially insensitive.
But it wasn't. Wait a minute. His accent was heavily Italian. He wasn't running around going meatballs, spaghetti. Like, he wasn't doing that.
His quote is, "It's me, Mario."
This song is Cuff It and Energy, but you have to listen to them back to back because of how they listen to each other. Very true. Didn't they fire old boy that was like hella stereotypical from The Simpsons? I mean, they were very aggressively racist for a very long time. Yeah. I know my favorite is Alien Superstar right now. Fair. Fire song. That Beyonce tour is
very underrated. I haven't heard anyone say it's their favorite, so I'm calling it underrated, but that's my only evidence for it being underrated. Ego. That's a good song.
Off the album? Yeah.
Got a big ego. I mean, that was like when that song came out, that was my theme song. I used to walk into people's houses playing that song.
Obviously, I like the Kanye version that she did with him. That was fire too. But
Kanye version of it was fire.
Took a while. I remember Alpha Joker used to show me another Ego song. I can't remember what it was, bro.
Imagine voicing a character for 20 years and your famous character finally gets a movie and you're not even asked to try out.
Bro, do you know I would be tearing shit up right now? You got me fucked up, bro. You bitch ass motherfuckers been out here lying about this Mario movie for years. They put out one Mario movie years ago and it was dog shit. And you had me voicing this fucking character and I come back and you come back with all the CGI, all this extra shit, and you don't ask me to be the voice actor? I'm tearing shit the fuck up, bro. Y'all gotta cut me a check for not being in the movie.
Yeah.
You got to pay me for not picking me. You got me fucked up.
Yeah.
You got me fucked up.
They could have asked him to be in, like, to try out and just be like, "Hey, yo, can you like do the Mario voice, but like tone down the racism?"
It wasn't racist. It was just heavily. It was heavily Italian. It could be problematic if he said
it wasn't even heavily Italian. It was just heavily stereotype Italian.
Fair. Again, very fair, very understandable.
Like,
however, it was a video game.
He didn't even know it was a thing until we did. That's kind of fucked up. This man has voiced Mario for 20 years, and they just like. By the way, there's a Mario movie that's made already. It's already being cut.
I asked somebody about the Mary J. Blige thing too, and they haven't gotten back to me. But I'm still thinking about that shit, Vic.
You're still on the first half of the show.
It was a great half. I wasn't really prepared for where we went, but that was like you brought up very good points. I would be fighting people. I would be fighting people. I don't know. I can't think of somebody who got dealt the same way, where they were just like, "Yeah, fuck you," and the originals we're just gonna keep doing the movie. Maybe, I don't know. I know they're
now. Would it be worse or better if they gave a nod to the Mario voice, like Chris Pratt did the "It's me, it's me, Mark"? Like, would that be a fucked up moment for?
I would be outside Chris Pratt's house personally,
trying to fight Chris Pratt.
We'd have to throw hands at that point because you being disrespectful. Voice actors get fucked over a lot. I didn't know how bad they get fucked over, especially like anime voice actors and shit like that. Yeah. So yeah, they need their bread, and for him to be the voice of Mario, literally the voice of Mario, and they not give him a nod, I personally would be like, well, we got to bring him in for something. He's got to do something. At least got to announce the movie. He can't just not know. It's so shitty.
Like at the start of the movie, what they should at least have him do at least at the start of the movie, before the movie starts. Just have the intro. Do. Let's go.
I was
have him do something.
That was terrifying.
That was terrifying?
I was not ready for that. In my mind, I wasn't ready.
Honestly, he has a dope announcer voice. Yeah.
How can you put Tom Brady as the greatest? He's got his 6 championship rings. Kind of speak for themselves on that one.
It's not really putting him at the greatest. It's him proving.
He literally left a franchise. He made a franchise so good that they literally looked like a super team. He left that franchise, went to a different team, and then won a ring there day one. That's a lot. I don't know. Jordan didn't even do that. Jordan came back with the Wizards. Granted, he was older, but them niggas was a wild card team.
Yeah, he cheated for 6. I do think they should use.
I'll give you this. Something. Was he the one with the camera? No. Did he deflate balls? No. He were giving balls that were deflated. That's a whole situation, and the franchise did that. But it's not like he was point shaving. This would be a different question if it was like Peter Rosenberg. Is Peter Rosenberg the dude from baseball who is shaving points and everything like that? But even he didn't bet against himself, so I can't really put that against him. But he's the one that was out there scoring those touchdowns. He was the one out there in all those Super Bowls. It is what it is, bro. You can't. I can't do anything. It's hard to argue that he's not.
So, I have a question.
What's up?
I'm 100. I'm part of this show.
Yeah.
I have no idea how we got here. I didn't know how we got there to the last thing, and that's fine because we were there. But I honestly have no idea. We were talking about Mario. Now we're talking about Brady, and I'm lost.
T-Bean asked, was like, how is Tom the best? And I was like,
I just don't get. I get that he asked that, and I'm glad you answered. And you can feel free to answer. I just didn't understand where the question came from.
What's her name commented earlier? She was like, Tom Brady's the best, and that's when he was like, hey,
I must have missed that.
Yeah,
all right, I'm caught up now.
About 20 minutes ago.
I hate Tom Brady personally, but
why?
Greatness.
Huh?
Greatness. I feel like he robbed people.
How do you rob people by being great? Explain that.
I feel like he robbed people. Like, I have no evidence, but I remember watching a couple Super Bowls. I'm like, really? Fucking Patriots in it again, winning again. Tom Brady gets to do whatever the fuck he wants to.
I don't.
I think that was it.
If you were the
I watched
one,
a couple of plays, and Brady literally just got to do whatever the fuck he wanted to back there.
if you were the
time
one
in the world.
in his shoes, what would you just be like? All right, that's enough winning. I'm gonna stop trying to win now. No, you would keep pushing.
I don't
So
like
why
that.
is
That's
he the
always
person?
your response to. If you was in his shoes, would you stop?
Because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, dog. Right now, if I was Tom Brady, you would never not. I would have people announce me everywhere I went for the rest of my life. There's no fucking way you finna talk to me crazy, bro. I'm Tom fucking Brady. And again, T-Bean is bringing up some points, and I'm like, all right, I get that I get that, but you think every year, even let's say they take away 3 of his Super Bowls, he's still 3 times better a quarterback than most quarterbacks that played the game, bro. I can't go against him on that, man. Peyton only got 2, bro, and Peyton played with some historically great teams. Eli got 2 off of him because of that defense. Who else? Joe Montana, probably the only other person I think can fuck with him. But even Joe Montana had somebody like Jerry Rice, the greatest wide receiver of all time. And especially seeing how Matt Ryan is right now. Sorry to get so deep into football, y'all. Seeing how Matt Ryan is right now, he's a complete and utter scrub without Julio Jones. It's that I'm not saying that's how Montana would have been or was after he left them, but it's very like 1 and 2. You'll be all right. Mario movie gonna be fire. Yeah, I think it'll be signed.
I think it is gonna be fire. I think it's gonna be fire. But I also like my whole thing was why,
good too. And
there was a couple of movies that were coming out that was nostalgia based.
Right, man. But it's I guess those are brands that have to keep going because they're built in timeless shit like video games. So it is what it is.
I mean,
Jack Black is Bowser? What the fuck? I didn't know that.
Jack Black is Bowser.
I actually rock with that. I didn't know that. That's dope. Yeah, I fuck with you, B. I fuck with you.
I can't think of the other movie that they're recently remake. Oh, well, so Mario isn't a remake, but there's a movie that they're coming out with.
Destination is coming out with a remake, and I'm not. Oh, Jeepers Creepers is coming out. G, I forgot about that one. There's actually a lot of them, bro. I don't think anything's gonna match up to that first Jeepers Creepers movie or the second one because it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. But I hope so. Like, I'm never gonna stop the pursuit of trying to get back to that. I think that's cool.
Mario movie's gonna be fire. Don't like Chris Pratt as Mario, but the animations and Jack.
Yeah, you got stuff. Wait, hold tight. Wait, time out, real quick on the Dallas thing. You don't think that those motherfuckers fleeced the Vikings franchise with fucking dumbass Herschel Walker? Fleeced the franchise, and then was able to get Mike Irvin, who was literally doing cocaine, like actively doing cocaine. Who else was there? What's his name, bro?
No.
Emmett Smith. Emmett Smith wasn't wilding out. Like, come on now.
Coming up. That's
also, if you really want to bring up Tom Brady and take him out, we also got to take LT out. LT was smoking crack and playing football in the same day at the same time. You don't think a crackhead playing football that's been lifting weights is the most terrifying thing in sports? Come on now. We got to be fair. Side note, Miles, what would you do if you found out that you're playing quarterback and nigga on the other side of the ball smoke crack to come play football? Like, would you still be playing, or would you be like, I'm done, I'm not getting out there?
I don't know what you just asked me. I've been trying to troubleshoot something because apparently chats aren't coming through correctly. So what'd you ask me? And to Paul, no, I don't count this Mario.
We didn't block you, G. We didn't block you. Chat is fucked up. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with chat.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know chat was fucked up. I hopefully we get all those back because I want to see T-Bean's answer on that one. I asked you if you were
first person to tell me that like their messages don't be coming through.
Oh shit.
Well, he's the first one today, but not like he's not the first one. Who's like some people told me like everything like some of my
sorry about that, y'all. We apologize. We didn't know. Make sure you let us know when shit like that happens, though. We try to fix it as soon as possible. I asked you if you had to play football against somebody that was smoking crack, would you stay on the field or would you leave?
No, this nigga's smoking crack. He has nothing to fear.
Yeah. And his whole job is to go beat people the fuck up. Like he broke a nigga's leg to the
energy
out, bro. I'm not dealing with that. You got me fucked up.
Kind of funny because I'd count the Sonic as a nostalgia bait. Yes, I do count the Sonic as a nostalgia bait, but
why not Mario then?
Yeah, I was just like, interesting that I don't count Mario as one. And I think it's because it's animated, but they never made a Sonic movie. So like, why do I count Sonic as a nostalgia bait? I think I count it as a nostalgia bait because Sonic isn't hot anymore. Mario releases all the time. Yeah, like Paul just said, Mario releases new games that people care about. Sonic not so much.
Sonic releases games because people don't really be rocking with them as heavy as they used to.
But like, Sonic hasn't had a good game in years.
I can't say yes or no to that, so fair. I gotta take what you're saying as gospel because I can't make an argument against
Sonic is coming out with a good game, apparently, but we'll see if it's good. But like ever since Sonic 06, all the Sonic game afterwards, they keep trying. It's just not it. It's all terrible.
So Vic, I asked somebody what did what's it called? Sonic what did Mary J. Blige do for music or do for R&B music? And they said that they brought a style that wasn't so girly. It was more kind of tomboyish into it. Fair. Give you that. However, it was also the style of the time. And once that fad passed, it was gone forever. You don't see women in baseball caps and baseball shirts no more with the short shorts, the tight spandex shits. So there's also that.
Paul brought up a very good point. The only good Sonic game that's been lately was a nostalgia bait because it was just a remake of the old ones.
Fair. Agreed. Forgot about Generations.
Yeah, Generations was literally just old Sonic and then like kind of new Sonic, but not really.
Oh, man.
Well, that's why Sonic is nostalgia bait. There was a couple other ones. I can't think of any of the newer movies that are coming out that I would consider nostalgia bait.
I would throw Jeepers Creepers in there. I would throw.
You're coming out with a new Ice Age movie. That's going in there.
And hey, let me ask you something, dog. Did you fuck with Ice Age?
No.
I thought the
first movie was all right.
Ever.
The first movie was all right. I don't know why they made more.
Who's watching this shit, bro? I've never met niggas who actually like Ice Age. I've like niggas who like the squirrel from Ice Age, but I've never watched nobody who said they fuck with Ice Age. Never.
No. So yeah, no. Pinocchio is another one. Ice Age is weird. Apparently they just kept releasing movies. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Who the fuck too? Like Shrek, I can't deny his star power in the world. Like he came out and was going crazy, but Ice Age, who the fuck was watching Ice Age? Who was fucking with that shit?
Yeah, so they're making a Pinocchio movie.
I don't care. I don't care.
No, that was a nostalgia bait. I don't know why. Pinocchio was never.
It's live action though, so I kind of get it because it's following the same blueprint of them doing like Aladdin and Lion King and all that shit.
And why also, did they make it?
I cannot say enough I can't say enough how bad that live action Lion King movie was. Might have been top 3
Never
worst
saw
movies I've ever seen in my life. It was horrible.
It's like
Lies,
Man Before Time,
sir.
where the-
Lies. The Marvel movies are original and amazing, and we will
not
talk
nostalgia bait there. Nostalgia bait will be them remaking a Spider-Man movie, with the purpose of not putting him in what's it called?
Actually, no. I will make an apology. The last Spider-Man movie was pretty nostalgia bait. So fair.
Yes, the last Spider-Man movie was 100% nostalgia bait. I can give them that. That is a very fair assessment. However, I also think it was fucking amazing for nostalgia bait. It was nostalgia bait, but done correctly. It wasn't just fucking winks and nods and shit.
It's a good thing. We could probably talk about that last week, like next week about live action movies that actually made it all right. We'll figure it out.
We could,
but it is that time.
It is that time. We're gonna wrap it up,
and I have to.
We're not gonna push it. We're not gonna push it this time.
I forgot what pushed it back. We only were going 3 extra minutes, and we were having a very.
We always push it like 5 extra minutes, dog.
All right, we're gonna get about it. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you so much for coming to the show today. Shout out Keisha, shout out Paul, shout out Vic, shout out Bean, shout out Walker, shout out who else was here? Yato, shout out who else was in here? Eric, shout out Dr. Neek, shout out to all you guys. We love you. Thank y'all for coming. We hope you enjoyed yourselves. We hope you left with something. Make sure you share the show with your friends, share the show with your family. Share your favorite parts of the show. If you guys have anything you want to talk about more with us, just hit us up. Especially that Mary J. Blige. Vic, I'm gonna tell you now, you're gonna hear from me this week, bro.
You're gonna hear from me this week.
We're gonna talk about this at some point, dude. You're gonna hear from me this week, dog. But thank y'all so much. I was about to say, Miles, you got anything you want to say or promote? I don't got nothing.
Nope, not today. Check out everyone's links.
Yeah. Everybody post y'all links in the chat to y'all pages and everything like that. If you guys want to go to these pages, a lot of people do different stuff. Because stuff for the Philadelphia Eagles, I very much fuck with. Sometimes I come past there. I ain't been on there in a minute. I gotta come past, Vic.
Yeah, Paul does YouTube.
Twitch.
He stopped doing his Twitch. Yeah, he's on YouTube now. You can look him up. PhonoChirp. He does Splatoon 3 guides.
Yato does anime. Bleach is coming out on Monday, if I remember correctly, right?
On Monday, he is going to post a video.
So he will be posting about that soon. Make sure you give him a watch.
Dog, let's get Paul to 500 subs. Let's go.
Let's do it. Yeah, shout out to Paul, man. Let's get him up. Who else is on here?
I don't have your link, so post your link.
Both have a podcast together. Make sure y'all go look her up. It's Bella Solist. Bella Solist, my fault. Yeah. So make sure y'all look her up. You got anything else you want to say, Miles?
Got nothing else. We love you.